Finally, Chief Dele Momodu have scattered the Wahala table in Rivers State in this interview concerning this trouble that has been going on in Rivers State between the governor and the FCT minister. And he has also revealed the intention of the FCT minister. Guys, watch the video so that it will not look as if you are hearing it from my mouth.
I said it before, so it's not new. If I had the power, I would have fired Wike long ago. There is nothing to it for me, but the PDP leadership must have their reason for keeping him to continue to trouble the party. Anyone who knows Wike very well knows that he wants to eat his cake and have it at the same time. Wike wants to have one leg in APC, another leg in PDP. There is no doubt that Wike is still nursing his presidential ambition, and he wants to use the Tinubu template, if possible, plus the Donald Trump template, which is by being tempestuous, harass everybody, bully everyone into submission. And Nigeria allows it. He's trying to copy what he saw in Lagos State, where the then Governor Tinubu left in 2007 and has been in control of Lagos till now. He wants to replicate the same thing in Rivers. The only difference is that Rivers is not Lagos. And the people of Rivers are saying it clearly. And this is even above partisanship. APC, PDP, everyone, Labour Party, everyone in Rivers right now wants only one thing: to rescue their state from a charging bull, a man who feels that is the sole owner of Rivers State, not just PDP. Wike believes that no other person should have a say about what happens in Rivers. And I'm a student of history. I know that when a man, whether you are a tyrant, dictator, or whatever nomenclature you want to use, gets to that level, people are going to resist you. The day you call a man a slave, the man will react. And that is what I think Sim Fubara, the governor of Rivers, has done. Anyone who knows this man will know that he's the most perfect gentleman you would ever know. I used to do a few media things with Wike, and I have seen Sim Fubara at work. Very diligent, very respectful, very obedient. So it is surprising that within 6 months, the house seems to have collapsed on both Wike and Fubara. And when you talk about intervention from the presidency, yes, it is the right of every president to maintain peace, law, and order. But what I did not see in President Tinubu a few days ago was a fair-minded intervention. The intervention should have been for him to call Wike to order. There was no crisis in Rivers. Only one man is giving problems in Rivers, and that's Wike. Because Wike wants to be the maximum authority in Rivers. So I expected the president to call him and say, okay, you were governor for 8 years. Now I've given you another sumptuous meal in Abuja. So why don't you just settle in Abuja and let the Rivers people take care of themselves? That is what I will expect ordinarily. But what did we see? They continue to pander to Wike as if he is the almighty God in Nigeria, just because he supported APC in the last election.
Right. Well, look, can I just come in there? It's very interesting. The very comprehensive analysis that you've given there. In your, I think it was your text on Instagram. Yes, you described President Tinubu's intervention in the crisis as legally absurd. Do you mind explaining what you mean by that?
Yeah, I mean, because there are already court cases ongoing on the Rivers crisis. And so how does a president who is not a judge announce and give instructions? Some media describe it as directives, that all the commissioners who resigned should be taken back. Those commissioners in the first instance were all appointed by Wike for Fubara. Fubara was just a figurehead. Then those who voluntarily left the House of Assembly, 27 of them, we read that 2 of them ran back. Maybe when reality dawned on them, they ran back. So those 25, you say, take them back. Their salaries should be paid. Then the speaker. Now, there was a speaker, and there is a speaker. So how does a president now intervene and say the speaker, who has already walked out of the assembly, should go back? How do you do that when it's a legal process? As I said, it is absurd. And interestingly, as if by divine intervention, there was a speech by the former governor of Lagos State, a man that I respect so much, Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola, SAN, that a president cannot intervene in a constitutional matter. And the case in Rivers is nothing but a constitutional matter. It has nothing to do with APC, with PDP. The thing is already in court. Some people have walked away from their jobs voluntarily. There was no crisis. They were being teleguided or misguided by Wike, who told them resign. And like robots, they all resigned. And that's the situation of Nigerian politics. Because of food that people want to eat, one man sits down somewhere and is pressing button on them like robots, and they are all responding. Even look at the crisis in PDP. Wike had 5 of them. Where are the other 3? Like suicide bombers, they committed suicide and disappeared into oblivion. They lost all their elections because of the ambition of one man. So why can't politicians learn that this godfatherism will not lead Nigeria anywhere but Golgotha?
So let me.
It's unfortunate.
Right, it is certainly unfortunate. I would agree with you on that score. But do you agree with those who say that this is an opportunity for the PDP to really be the opposition and hold the president, Mr. Wike, and all their people to account for appearing to go against the provisions of the Constitution?
You see, you do not understand the extent of the Wike virus in PDP. So sometimes virus is treatable but not curable. So, and it takes time. So you can take pills and everything, but the virus has to wear itself out. And I'm happy that the virus is being dealt a fatal blow by his own man, Fubara. When he was putting and picking Fubara, he thought nobody would challenge him. Fubara will carry files to Wike's house or office on daily basis whenever he's available. He will belch instructions and orders at him. And you know, after some time, even a man must respect himself that, look, what am I doing here? And then to the extent that there were reports that Wike will scream at him in the presence of his subordinates. So I'm not surprised that this happened. We've been hearing it before everything blew in the open. My own position is just one. President Tinubu should call Wike and say, Wike, do you want to go back to Rivers or do you want to stay in FCT? That is what a president who means well will do. And I'm appealing that Tinubu will do just that. Call Wike to order. Let him leave the people of Rivers to do their own thing. Nobody, when Wike was governor, could anybody have instructed him on what to do? Amechi once upon a time was his boss. Did he ever listen to Amechi? Dr. Peter Odili was Amechi's boss before then. So where did Wike get this impression that suddenly is the sole owner of River State? And he keeps boasting that he's the one who's been maintaining PDP. PDP maintained him to where he is today.
Well, let me ask
Without
you
PDP,
this.
there will be no Wike today.
Let me ask you this, because that's a very interesting point that you raise. I mean, you've known Mr. Wike for quite some time now. I mean, we've seen videos of you guys sort of exchanging banter, having a good chat and a good laugh and so on. What do you think has made him popular and helped fuel his rise to such a position of prominence in both the PDP and the Nigerian political firmament? I mean, didn't the signs of his, if you like, alleged cantankerousness show up as he was rising? Didn't you guys see the signs?
There is no governor of Rivers State that will not be popular with the amount of resources available to Rivers. There is none. Dr. Peter Odili was the darling of PDP. Once upon a time, he almost became president, just like Wike. Chibuke Rotimi Amechi was a superstar governor in Rivers. So, but there was finesse to what they were doing. Wike threw everything to the wind. Wike is like a bull in a china shop. That is the difference. So, you know, you can be popular, but popular in a negative manner. Wike is a damn good projects man. I give that to him all the time. And that was the basis of my relationship with him. I will maintain that forever. That is a damn, but when a man begins to have messianic tendencies, when you begin to see yourself as the Alpha and Omega, God himself will come down and show you that you are not. I gave the example of Yalode Bado, Efisheta Nura. Go and read the history of Yalode, Efisheta Nura. Anybody comes and say, no, what are you doing by my door? You should not come near me. Wike is a control freak. And I have begged him, publicly and privately, that you are doing a good job. Concentrate on that good job. But Wike's word must be law. And Wike must fight every enemy, whether imaginary or real or whatever, he must fight. And he cannot forgive. This Fubara say, look, if I were Wike strategically, the moment President Tinubu called the two of them the first time, he should have used that excuse to save himself from this embarrassment. Because when your child stands up and says, yeah, beat me, if you like, kill me, I don't mind, you are completely demystified. There's nothing Wike can say again. Fubara has already demystified him. and he missed that opportunity given to him by President Tinubu when he invited them. He could have said, oh, Fubara, I forgave you because the president called me. But he disrespected the president, he disrespected the people. Papa Clark appealed to him. He would not listen. Even his friend, one of his friends that everybody knows was supporting him, came out about 2 weeks ago in a video broadcast, Asari Dokumo, telling him, this thing you are doing is dangerous. I can tell you, if they can get away with it in Lagos, Wike is not going to get away with it in Rivers. I'm very convinced about that.